Breaking news just into Rock Feed, likely one of the most difficult stories I've ever had to report and will ever have to report. Just weeks after Ozzy Osbourne's historic final performance, Back to the Beginning in Birmingham, according to reports, Ozzy Osbourne has died at the age of 76. This is a seismic moment in music and for the world, as Ozzy Osbourne is one of the most iconic figures in music, entertainment, and culture of the last 50 to 70 years. He made history through his work in music as a solo artist and also as the founding vocalist of Black Sabbath, the godfathers of heavy metal. This is a moment that will be felt in music for many years to come. I am truly shocked by this just weeks after Ozzy took the stage. Back to the Beginning, where it all began, saluted by music icons around the world, everyone from Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Slayer, Lamb of God, that powerful moment from Youngblood, and what is reportedly the highest grossing charitable concert of all time. We have a statement just in from the Osbourne family as we look back on one of music's greatest icons on this heartbreaking and truly tragic day in music. It reads, "It is with more sadness than mere words can convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away this morning. He was with his family and surrounded by love. We ask everyone to respect our family's privacy at this time." Ozzy Osbourne, the iconic frontman of Black Sabbath and the Prince of Darkness, has died at the age of 76. While no specific cause of death was given, Ozzy, of course, had struggled with numerous health issues over the years. The news is especially poignant coming less than 3 weeks after what many are calling a miraculous and historic final performance. On July 5th, Ozzy took the stage in his hometown of Birmingham for the legendary Back to the Beginning farewell concert. It was the first time he had performed with all of his original Black Sabbath bandmates since 2005, and years of surgery and debilitating health problems. He told the crowd, "I've been laid up for 6 years, and you've got no idea how I feel. Thank you from the bottom of my heart." It was a triumphant final bow for one of music's most enduring figures. To understand the magnitude of this loss, you have to look at the life he lived. Born John Michael Osbourne in 1948 to a working-class family in Aston, Birmingham, his industrial surroundings directly fed into the revolutionary sound of Black Sabbath. As bassist Geezer Butler once said, "We didn't want to write happy pop songs. We gave that industrial feeling to it." With their self-titled debut in 1970, followed by genre-defining albums like Paranoid and Master of Reality, Black Sabbath essentially created the blueprint for heavy metal. Of course, Ozzy's journey with Black Sabbath was tumultuous. His increasing dependency on alcohol and drugs led him to being fired from the band in 1979. For most, that would have been the end. But for Ozzy, it was the start of a legendary second act. He launched a hugely successful solo career that went down in history, beginning with the 5 times platinum album Blizzard of Ozz. This was the era where he fully embraced his Prince of Darkness persona. The infamous stories from these times are rock and roll lore. From biting the heads off 2 dubs at a record label meeting, to the legendary 1982 incident where he bit the head off of a dead bat on stage, mistaking it for a rubber prop. His life was steered by his beloved wife and manager, Sharon, whom he married in 1982. Their relationship was famously passionate and, at times, even volatile. In 2002, the world saw a completely new side of Ozzy, the reality TV show The Osbournes, which followed the daily life of his family and became a cultural phenomenon. It rebranded the fearsome rock god into a beloved, befuddled TV dad, winning an Emmy and capturing a whole new generation of fans. Behind the scenes, though, a lifetime of rock and roll was taking its toll. A 2003 quad biking accident left him with a broken neck, collarbone, and ribs. Sharon later said he had stopped breathing and had no pulse for 1.5 minutes. And despite that, through Ozzy's incredible resilience, he persisted for many years after that incident. The last few years were particularly difficult, marked by a 2019 fall that aggravated those old injuries, leading to 3 operations and even some groundbreaking treatments. The constant health battles sent him into a depression. He told The Guardian in a May 2025 interview, "You wake up the next morning and find that something else has gone wrong. You begin to think this is never going to end." He told them he felt as though he was in Doomtown and said it was Sharon who came up with the idea for the farewell concert to give him a reason to get up in the morning. And that final show was truly the perfect goodbye. Performing from a bat-adorned throne, he reunited with Iommi, Butler, and Bill Ward for a final set, proving the fire was still there as he belted out Iron Man and told the crowd to go crazy one last time. It was a warrior's last stand in a moment of pure victory. Ozzy Osbourne was a music innovator, a showman, a reality TV superstar, and above all, a survivor who lived multiple lives in one. His influence on music could never be properly measured and could never be overstated. And just a few weeks ago, backstage on that historic day for Ozzy Osbourne, he looked on with pride and joy as his future son-in-law, Sid Wilson, the legend from Slipknot, proposed to Kelly Osbourne, his beloved daughter.
Kelly, you know I love you more than anything in the world. No, you're not married, boy, do it. Nothing would make me happier than to spend the rest of my life with you. In front of your family and all of our friends. Kelly, will you marry me?
This is obviously a developing story. We'll have continuing coverage of this news as we learn more. Tributes, of course, will be pouring in from around the world. I'm sending my thoughts and prayers out to the Osbourne family, his friends and fans around the world during this difficult time. A true icon, a true legend in music has passed away on this day that will go down in music history.